virtually a lifesaver for persons here in Black River. I want Love Jamaica family. I'm basically adjacent to both the Black River Hospital and the Black River Health Center here in Black River. I finally made my way to the facilities. Now we're going to take a look across the Black River Hospital. You're looking at all of those windows basically have been smashed except for 3. Everything else you see, especially on the second floor, have been virtually destroyed. Over here now by the Black River Health Center, I'm not sure where this roof would have come from. I'm assuming it must be somewhere on the eastern end of the property here at the Black River Hospital, which that entire section, as you would have seen by some of the drone footage, the entire section, the entire roof is gone, similarly to what has happened to the main structure here at the hospital. You see that a container here has been overturned, and most of the health center from the aerial footage would have showed you that the entire roof have been destroyed. Also, we know that the telecoms companies have also paid a very serious price also, and we can see where one of the poles or the transmission poles here have been just crumpled and destroyed and brought down to ground level here in Black River. I'm just going to take a closer look for you to, understand the magnitude of what I'm talking about, because these poles are sometimes maybe 80, 100 or maybe 120 feet in the air. And you see this one here, which is in orange and white, that show which company it indicates that it would be, but you can see that some of the parts are here on the ground. I'm assuming there's somebody is trying to assemble them together, because those are kind of packed neatly together. But you can see here, yeah, this is serious. This is some serious damage you're looking at here. Does look like there's some kind of operation going on, because I hear the generators working. So maybe both companies are now using the same transmission lines in order to send signal to the Digicel and Flow customers. You know that this is a time that calls for unity at all levels across the society. And if so, it is a very good look for the companies. We also have to big up Starlink, who has been extremely helpful to Jamaicans. Starlink is the probably one of the, in terms of a company making its name. It's Starlink that would have made its name to many Jamaicans who didn't know anything about Starlink before Hurricane Melissa. Now I'll go further down here just to see. Let's take a closer look here to see what other damage I can uncover adjacent to the hospital. Or is it this? Yes, it seems that it's the hospital property. There are some other buildings there which the roofs have been totally destroyed. You would have also seen from the drone footage, you look on the other side, that's the southern side of the hospital, because the hospital is right against the sea. A seawall which was built recently, and an entire section of the seawall was just destroyed, similarly to what we would have seen when I was making my way up the coast to get to this side. All of that destroyed. Why, I tell you, I remember when I came here the day after the morning after Hurricane Melissa, and I was down here, and I couldn't get much further than maybe about 20 or 30 yards from where the church, the St. John's Anglican church is, because it was just poles, it was stone, everything was in the way. And after making that journey, that long journey to get, because I had to walk 10 plus miles to get to Black River, I was just so tired. I couldn't do any more climbing. My body just basically gave out. I had to just retreat, and as they say, live to fight another day. And you can see the poles, the JPS poles here on the ground. And here are some other JPS and other lines here all over the place here in front of the hospital. And again, you can take another look to see all the windows have been shattered. Remember that a number, or maybe I'm not sure if all of the patients have been transferred from the Black River Hospital now to different facilities across the island. I remember on the day I saw a number of ambulances trying to make its way here to the Black River Hospital, which was unsuccessful in order to move patients. Hello ma'am, good afternoon. In order to move patients. Since then they have been able to move patients, which is good. You'd have also noticed that there's some tents set up, but I'm telling you, one love family, boy, it doesn't get any easier. Doesn't get easier, especially this part. Ironically, I drove through Treasure Beach earlier, and there almost seem to be almost back to normal in the majority. Most of the place there seems to be fine. So it's just Black River that is just seems to be like almost 50 years behind with all of this destruction here.
In the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, which tore across Jamaica's southern and western parishes and crippled several major health facilities, emergency medical services have been rapidly restored through the deployment of field hospitals and mobile clinics across the region. Two of the most critical installations now operating are the Emergency Field Hospital in Black River, St. Elizabeth, and the Field Clinic established in White House, Westmoreland. Together, they have become essential pillars of care for communities struggling to recover from the storm's devastation. The Black River facility, located on the grounds of the Black River High School, functions as a fully equipped Tier 2 field hospital capable of delivering a wide range of services normally associated with a permanent medical center. With approximately 30 inpatient beds, an 8-bed emergency room, a dedicated step-down unit, and an intensive care area outfitted with ventilators, the hospital provides comprehensive care for both trauma cases and complex medical conditions. It also includes an operating theater for general and orthopedic procedures, along with a laboratory, pharmacy, and blood bank services. More than 60 medical professionals from abroad are working alongside local health workers, and the facility treated its first wave of patients within hours of becoming operational. Just across the parish border, a second critical installation has taken shape in White House, Westmoreland, where the local health center suffered severe roof damage during the hurricane. A field clinic has been established behind the compromised building, using tented structures to deliver primary and emergency care to residents who were left without local medical access. This clinic is supported by local health teams and enhanced by mobile services, including a traveling pharmacy designed to reach rural, hard-to-access hill communities. The setup ensures that residents in the area no longer have to undertake long and difficult journeys to receive basic medical attention, while permanent structures remain unusable. Additional field hospitals and temporary units are also being established or assessed in nearby parishes such as Trelawney and other sections of Westmoreland, creating a network of medical support aimed at restoring services as quickly as possible. The combined effect of these installations has been immediate and substantial. Communities that were left isolated after Melissa now have access to emergency care, chronic illness management, maternity services, and follow-up treatment without being forced to travel long distances. The Black River Field Hospital provides advanced surgical and critical care capability, while the White House Clinic offers mobility, reach, and rapid response support. Although these facilities are designed to operate temporarily, they remain essential during the rebuilding phase. Their continued functioning will be crucial until damaged health centers and hospitals across the Western region can be repaired or reconstructed. Supply chains, staffing rotations, and access routes are still being stabilized, but the installations have already restored a significant portion of the region's healthcare capacity. Together, the Black River Hospital, and the White House Field Clinic stand as vital sources of strength for Western Jamaica as communities confront the challenges left behind by Hurricane Melissa. Their presence provides not only life saving medical support but also a stabilizing force as the wider recovery effort continues across St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and neighboring parishes.
So here we are with Samaritan's Purse here in Black River, and they have a reverse osmosis system, which it's able to turn the seawater into drinking water, into potable water. It's not only seawater, like river water, anything, any kind of impure water. Okay.
In the landscape of international disaster relief, few organizations have become as responsible or as consistently active as Samaritan's Purse, a humanitarian group known for its rapid global response to crisis, with operations spanning conflict zones, natural disaster areas, disease outbreaks, and communities struck by humanitarian emergencies. The organization has earned a reputation for combining medical expertise, logistical strength, and modern technology to restore essential services when local systems collapse. Their work in the Caribbean nations following severe storms has once again highlighted their distinctive capacity to deploy full-scale field hospitals and advanced water treatment systems within hours of arrival. Founded in 1970, Samaritan's Purse operates as a global charity that delivers emergency aid irrespective of geography, political boundaries, or socioeconomic conditions. Over the decades, the organization has become a fixture in disaster-prone regions, often arriving with a combination of skilled medical personnel, mobile infrastructure, heavy-duty equipment, and supplies critical for stabilizing affected communities. Their teams are trained to function in harsh environments where access to electricity, sanitation, and safe water may be limited or non-existent. As a result, the organization has refined its ability to move not only medical care into crisis zones, but also high-capacity systems that support those medical operations, including the production of clean, safe drinking water. Among the most important technologies used by Samaritan's Purse in disaster settings is the reverse osmosis water purification system, a compact but powerful device capable of transforming contaminated surface water or even seawater into potable, hospital-grade drinking water. The technology proves invaluable during storms and hurricanes. When traditional water supplies become damaged, pipelines rupture, and storage tanks are compromised, and groundwater is contaminated by debris, sewage, or saltwater intrusion. In such circumstances, access to clean water becomes just as important as access to medical care. Reverse osmosis works by pushing water through a semi-permeable membrane under high pressure. While ordinary osmosis naturally draws water through a membrane from a lower concentration solution to a higher one, reverse osmosis flips this process by using mechanical force. As pre-treated water enters the system, a specialized pump applies pressure strong enough to overcome natural osmotic forces, compelling water molecules to move through the microscopic pores of the membrane. These pores are so fine that they block a wide range of contaminants, including dissolved salt, sediments, viruses, bacteria, chemicals, and heavy metals, allowing only purified water to emerge on the other side. Before the water reaches this membrane, however, it undergoes several stages of pre-filtration. This step removes larger particles such as sand, silt, and debris that might clog or damage the delicate membrane. Once pressurized, the water is split into two streams: the purified permeate, which is safe for consumption, and the reject, which carries concentrated impurities away from the system. The permeate may then receive additional conditioning, such as final microbial treatment or mineral balancing, to ensure that it meets both drinking standards and specific requirements of medical facilities. Samaritan's Purse frequently deploys RO systems that can operate in rugged conditions, sometimes producing thousands of gallons of clean water per day. These systems are designed to be self-sustaining and compatible with generators, mobile power units, or temporary electrical setup, a crucial feature in a disaster environment where power grids are severely damaged. Their portability allows teams to position the units close to the affected communities, reducing the reliance on trucking water over damaged roads or waiting for municipal systems to be restored. The presence of these systems is especially vital when Samaritan's Purse establishes a field hospital. Clean water is indispensable for surgical procedures, sterilization, maternity care, laboratory operations, patient hydration, and general sanitation. Without a guaranteed supply of purified water, even the most advanced temporary hospital cannot function safely. By integrating RO systems directly into their operational footprint, Samaritan's Purse ensure that its medical teams can provide care with the same standards of hygiene expected in permanent facilities. Beyond the hospital setting, the water systems also bring immediate benefits to surrounding communities. Residents who have lost access to their regular water supply, either through contamination or mechanical failure, can rely on these systems for safe drinking water, reducing the risk of waterborne illnesses that commonly emerge after storms. The dual purpose makes the technology one of the most impactful tools in the organization's disaster response portfolio. In environments where recovery timelines remain uncertain and infrastructure repairs may take weeks or months, the deployment of reverse osmosis technology has become an essential stabilizing factor. It bridges the gap between emergency response and long-term restoration, providing a dependable source of safe water during some of the most vulnerable periods a community can face. Coupled with Samaritan's Purse ability to deliver medical care at scale, the RO system plays a central role in their mission to revive basic services in places overwhelmed by a disaster. As severe weather events become more frequent across the Caribbean and other regions, the organization's combination of international medical support, rapid deployment field hospitals, and advanced water purification capabilities demonstrate how modern humanitarian response can evolve to meet increasingly complex challenges. As the West works to recover from the crushing impact of Hurricane Melissa, one of the clearest signs of strength is the steady flow of clean water now reaching Western Jamaica. When pipelines failed, wells were polluted, and entire districts were left searching for even a single safe source, the arrival of purified water became more than a service. It became a lifeline. Every drum filled, every container carried home brings relief, stability, and the reassurance that help is reaching those who need it most. This dependable supply is supporting families, sustaining medical care, and keeping field hospitals fully functional across the region. It allows surgeries to continue safely, patients to receive proper treatment, and households to regain a sense of order despite the challenges that remain. And as Western Jamaica continues its journey toward full restoration, this clean water stands as a symbol of determination, endurance, and steady progress, proof that the West is moving forward with strength and purpose.